Hey guys, it's me. So I'm going to be using some of my Lisa Horton, and I recently got some of her inks. Everyone's been talking about these interface like uh, transparent kind of inks that she has. She also has these metal inks. I never really, used them, so I figured I'm only going to get a couple colors and see how it works out. Now, I'm using this trick, and if you haven't seen this trick before, and you might have already seen it, it is inking straight onto this folder. Now, you'll see here when I go ahead and put this paper here in that I am using the back side, I guess, not the raised side, the impressed side. So you see how it lists? I kind of cut out the part where I put it through the platinum, but you see how it kind of presses that in, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next with it. But now I'm going to do one side where I'm going to use the actual 3D kind of raised side with it. Now for this one, I am not going to ink it because I'm going to be doing something different with that. I'm going to actually take the ink pads and then color it in with them. You see, I got this other color, this like purplish kind of color from the Lisa Horton inks. But I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. Now, this one is called Summer Garden Shimmer. Now, the other one that I'm about to use is Galaxy Dream Shimmer. Now, I don't know. I'm not sure what I expected with these inks. I think that one of the things that's kind of cool, depending on how the light hits it, it does kind of change color. It's kind of really weird. And then depending on the color of the paper it comes out with, it sounds like it also changes how it appears. I want to really try this on black at some point and see what I think. I don't know. I'm not wowed by it. But, I'm not sure what I thought I was going to get here. I mean, it's pretty typical for most of the kind of inks that I worked with. And I think the reason I'm little perplexed by this, because you can see this particular color here, this Galaxy one, and you see the lid, and it just doesn't strike me at all to look like any of the colors that's on that lid. There's no pearl in it, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get this all inked up. Now, because of the technique that I'm doing here, I am not worried at all that you see that this is probably some not lovely type of technique here, because I'm just trying to get color on all these raised parts. It will not matter when I am finished with this project that it was inked all over the place in different ways. So that is, if you use this kind of technique, which is going to be the blackout technique that I'm going to use here. I'm going to try it again in another video, but using lighter colors for a different project, because this is a super, super, super easy technique that you can use that really jazzes it up. But now that I pretty much have it all inked up, and so that yellow one that I'm using is actually the metallic color, which actually really is metallic. You can't really tell in this video, but if you were to see it in person, you can definitely see the shimmer that is on the metallic inks. So now that I have all inked up, let's move on to the blackout part. Just using regular old VersaClear Nocturne ink, and so look at this. Isn't it so cool? So you can take a black ink pad. You could take actually any color ink pad that you want. And you're just going to glide. And it's going to pick up all that edging. Look at that. Now, if you have like the indented part like you saw me do, it'll do this instead. So it picks up both the pieces and then fills in your in-between. Isn't that cool? Okay, you've probably seen this 20 million times, so it's probably not that cool anymore. But I really enjoy doing this because I just like the different ways that you're able to do this. Now, I generally do use black, but like I said, you can use pretty much any colors with this. So this is really cool to try with all your different inks. Now, I don't really make slimline cards. I usually make pretty typical A2 size cards. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. And once this is all trimmed up, I thought I'd keep that whole black feel going on here. So as you see, I use black as a border. The trim that I have left, I'm going to use for another project. So be ready for that one. I can see a tag in my mind and how I'm going to create one of my mixed media tags using the leftover parts from this particular project. So I'm laying it flat because I actually do find that I have a couple of cards I need to mail out soon, and with the cost of mail, I try to make my cards that I actually mail out pretty flat. Don't add a lot of dimensions. The ones I hand out, I will add more dimension. So go ahead and dig into my bag. The sentiment that you see here is from one of the Alter New sets, and I'm taking out my Nouveau dots and using the black color and kind of I don't know if you can see it really well, but the indent part has like these little black speckles on the flowers. And so I'm giving it dimension by going ahead and filling in those black speckles with the Nouveau dots. I had some die cuts that I had used in my bag of like spare die cuts that I just decided to put a little bit behind the sentiment to add a little bit more dimension. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the other card. Except because this is the reverse side of it, I'm going to take some of that free space that is in there and go ahead and just randomly put down the Nouveau drops all over it. So as you can see, that's pretty much what this card will encompass. The sentiments, if you're wondering, are for my All Creates stash that I have, and I just figured that one would look really nice for pretty much any occasion, whether it's a birthday or a congratulations card. It's a really nice way to do this. If you like this particular technique, sometimes I like to use these type of cards more for when I need more of a masculine style card than some of my other cards, but I think you can really use it for anything. And so here are the finished cards. They will take a little bit of time to dry. Let me just bring the other one over here. But can you see kind of where I put those Nouveau drops here? See where I put it here? Again, reminder, about 24 hours to let those Nouveau drops. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.